Fellas, Marco here, and well, VapeCon just finished yesterday, and well, I was hanging out with a buddy of mine yesterday. Mark from Mark's Imagination was there, and he was showing me his one of his newer mods that came out. It's the Golden Dragon V2. I've taken it apart here, so I'm just going to be showing you a bit of how it works, what it's made of, how it performs, and then you can judge for yourself whether you think it's worth it. Okay, so basically, it's a side firing mod right there. So this is the lower sleeve of it. It's got two air holes for ventilation on the bottom. Okay, and the pin, which I'm not going to bother to take apart, is a solid copper one right there. If you can see it inside, yeah, there, that's what it looks like. It makes contact with the this copper post on the bottom. Okay, this is what it looks like underneath. It's got a swanky engraving. This is serial number 0001. Okay. And this thing just basically screws onto the bottom and works just like any other side firing mod, except it performs a lot better. The stainless steel parts are made of 304 grade, and these are CNC machined as well. It features an upper tube that's made of, well, they bill it as tiger bronze. I don't know if they meant tiger brass or they really mean tiger bronze, but I'm told that it is referred to as tiger bronze. This is the second version of it. I wasn't able to cover the first one, but a good friend of mine, Wanky, Joanna Fruto, covered it on her channel, so I can post a link to that review as well. So basically, that's what it looks like in 350 config. There you go. The firing button has that nice little V2 engraving. Check it out. Yeah, there. And we can go ahead and see how it performs. But before we do, I'm going to show you the positive pin. It's also made of copper. And it screws in and out, so basically you can flush your addies all the way down. There, so this is what it looks like flush with an immortalizer. There. You can screw it in or out. It's insulated by a rather thick piece of Delrin right there. So I'm on a sub-ohm build. It's a 2-ply build on an immortalizer V3. Took the sleeves out because the build heats up quite a bit. And we are going to be using a fully charged AW18350. I have the other batteries here, 490 and 650, so you can check it out and see how long it is in each of those configs. The lock ring is a hex lock, and I'm not sure if the camera can capture it that well there, but that's basically what it looks like. It screws in and out fairly easily, and what I like is that the threading is it's fairly smooth going in and out, so you don't have to worry too much about thread markings on the lower tube. So here's a bit of a peek at how it works, or how it performs. Alright, there you go. As you can see, vape's like a monster. It hits pretty hard. Actually, it hits really hard. I was talking to Mark yesterday when I had gotten home from VapeCon, so I caught him online, and I was telling him that, well, he really got it right this time around. It's hitting like a freaking beast. I mean, if you're a cloud chaser, if you got one of those atomizers that's built for massive clouds, you're gonna have loads of fun with this baby. Now, the pricing on it is at 3,800 pesos for the whole set. It's a telescoping mod, so you don't have to worry about it not fitting your batteries. And with the adjustable positive pin, you can basically accommodate nippled batteries or flat top batteries. For those of you familiar with eFests, they're a little bit longer than AWs, but they fit in nice and tight. Let me show you. So the threading on it is very smooth. As you can see, there are no thread marks on my on the lower tube, if you check it out. So the spacing in between is just right, such that the threads on the Tiger Bronze upper sleeve don't scratch against the stainless steel one. So I'm a big fan of that, because when I use the bigger batteries and I have it exposed, yeah, I don't like those nasty thread marks on the lower sleeve. It doesn't affect performance, of course, but I mean, it looks freaking ugly. So I'm glad that the spacing on this was very well machined. And this is what it looks like in 650. It's a pretty massive mod, but the cool thing about it is it doesn't weigh that much, even in 650. I've already sworn off 650s. In fact, this 650 right here is the 650 for a DNA mod that a friend and I are working on for personal use. I don't intend on using 650s on this thing, except if I'm going to go VTC. If I'm going to use a VTC battery, then that's the only time you're going to see this in 650. But even with the smaller batteries, this thing is even lighter. And I love how it fits snug in my hand. Most of my batteries are 350, so it's a big plus for me that it still performs really well. And I didn't bother measuring voltage drop on it, but it is hitting pretty hard. It hits like a freaking beast. Another thing I like is that it looks, since the top cap isn't just flat, it's got this little recess right here. If you see that bullseye design on it, the recess right here has it sitting flush on almost all my tanks. So my Roosgar and my K-Fun also sit flush on this thing. So it gives it that nice fancy two-tone look. I mean, with the SS tank sitting on top of this, then you got the bronze part here, and then the SS part, then the bronze accents on the bottom cap and the firing pin. I like how, you know, it gives that nice two-tone feel to it, and the recess allows almost all of my addies, in fact, yeah, all of them, scratch almost, it does all of them, having it sitting nice and flush, especially since you can adjust the pin, the positive pin, so that you can have it sitting nice and snug on it. It gives it an almost hybrid look. In fact, if the immortalizer were a 22mm atomizer, I'd have it looking hybrid on this thing, so there you go. It is a 22mm mod, by the way, so your 22 addies are going to sit nice and tight on this. So we're just going to be giving it another pull, and this time we're going to be doing mouth to lung instead of straight to lung inhales, just to see how it works. Okay, these are carried mostly by shops in Makati because Mark's shop, Cold's Vaping, is located at the Makati Executive Tower. So they stock it there, and adjacent shops also stock it. Chiefvapers is also carrying this, which is why we're using the immortalizer. Alright, so let's go ahead and check it out. Alright, yeah. It's, of the full mech mods I have right now, I have a Sue, and I have a few China-made ones there. This is actually one of the hardest hitting ones I've used. In fact, it stacks up almost against aluminum body mods. You'd be surprised. Considering that half of it is stainless steel, you're not getting much voltage drop on it. The contact, as you saw earlier, is really, really thick. It's nice and polished, and the cool thing is, you know, if you get any fading or gunking up on the copper pins, all you got to do is soak it in vinegar. You know, leave it there for about 5 minutes, wipe it off with a towel or a tissue paper, and you're good. I mean, maintenance is very easy. The only drawback I see is that after a while, the Tiger Bronze gets a bit dirty, but it doesn't affect performance either. It just, you know, it just needs that usual polish, which is, you know, a common thing among brass or in this case, I believe, Tiger Bronze mods. So maintenance is going to be something you're going to have to look into, but it's not overly difficult to clean. I mean, this has been polished. Before I got this, it was polished up, and well, if you check it out, it looks pretty decent. Get the glare out a bit, and yeah, that's what it looks like. So let's shield it from the glare a bit. Yeah, there. So the accents are nice. The overall feel is very nice. It's even in 490, it's pretty small. I mean, it fits snug in my hand, and I got pretty small hands. I mean, check it out there. So the Addy is just sticking out a little bit. In 350, I just love it. It's pocket friendly. It goes, you know, straight into my bag. No hassle carrying it around and all that. If I decide to shove it in my pocket, it doesn't make that nasty boner like mark on my pants. I mean, I don't want people thinking I'm walking around with a hard on all day. But this thing is it's very good value for money for me. $3,800 for a mod that hits this hard. I mean, I'm getting solid clouds, and I don't even, you know, have any modifications made to this thing. It's all stock, except I didn't put the sleeve on. So I can only imagine how it's going to perform, say, on a Castle or a Cyclone or other atomizers out there that are made for vapor production. So that's the rundown of the Golden Dragon V2 by Mark Reyes of Mark's Imagination. I'm going to include the shops that carry him in the description, and I'm also going to be putting in links to their pages as well. The Immortalizer is carried by Chiefvapers. That's going to be on a separate video. We're going to be talking about a few of his other mods. Keep an eye out for Mark's 26650 Carribean mod. it's a really killer piece of work. I'm going to be hopefully putting a video out within the next couple of days, maybe, maybe. But for now, I hope you guys found the Golden Dragon to your liking, and yeah, cheers. That's about it. See you guys around. Vape hard.